Hello, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. I don't know, but I think this is our second episode. I do have also an affirmation video for the New Year's, but it's been a while since I've actually posted a sit down podcast episode. And today's episode title is 2 Steps Forward. I felt like this saying really spoke to me, and I wanted to just share my thoughts on it with everybody else. If you're in like a season of doubt, or you just feel like you're not getting to where you want to be, this might speak to you. So let's get into it. The saying goes, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Meaning there's no need to be hard on yourself, essentially. Instead, focus on the positive. You took a step forward instead of staying in the same spot. So basically, 2 steps forward is where you're at right now, possibly where you were at before you were behind or you were just somewhere else. You took 2 steps forward and you're like, oh, I'm doing so good, I'm doing great, like everything's good, and then something happens or like something doesn't go to plan and you take a step back. And most people focus on that. They focus on the step that they took back and they're like, oh my gosh, I was doing so good, everything was going so well, but they're not realizing that before you took that step back, you took a step forward. And then even further is the place that you were at before, like where you felt like down in the dumps and everything, you still took a step forward. So either way, you're still up. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it might not feel like that in the moment, but you're here, right? And this is like your highest self, or like where you want to be, You're here. Say this was you in the past, you're here. And then you're taking 1 step forward, right? And you're like, oh, I'm doing great. And then like you just continue on and you're taking another step forward. And you're like, oh, this is amazing. Like I'm getting to where I want to be. Everything is great. Like I'm filling up. And then something happens and you take 1 step back. Right? But it didn't say you took 2 steps back. It said you only took 1 step back. So really, if we're looking at it, you took 1 step forward, and that's good enough. I feel like, in my opinion, like you made it further from where you were at. So it's like, let's focus on the positive. Focus on what you have accomplished, what you have gone through, all the obstacles that you faced, and you still like conquered at the end of the day. So you may not be where you want to be, or like you may be successful in one area and then unsuccessful in another, but you still have success over here. Like there's still good in your life. You know what I mean? And I think it's really beneficial to focus on the positive, because that's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you going, because it's like, I did this, or like my situation got me here, or the like universe brought me here, and when I thought, nothing really could happen, but like I still made it. You know what I mean? Or I still accomplished whatever goal that was. So it's like, you gotta focus really on the positive when there is a negative, because of it'll keep you in that like negative mindset. It's like, yeah, I'm not doing good, or I took a step backward, but in reality, you also took a step forward. You know what I mean? 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like everybody's focused on that 1 step back, but you took 2 steps forward. And then if you want to, knock that off and be like, oh, but I did take a step back. Yes, you did, but you also took a step forward, and you're still in that step. So it's like, you can't ignore that. You can't ignore that when like you've gone so far. You know what I mean? Because like, you have to look back and be like, you know what? I did that. I got through whatever that was. I accomplished whatever goal I wanted to do, because that's what keeps you going. That's what makes it like good. I don't know, like it makes you feel good about yourself. And I feel like that's what you have to do. Like you have to feel good about yourself in moments that you feel down or you feel like you're behind, whatever it is, because that's what keeps you going. At least it does for me. Like I'm just saying, like you have to remember that you have hope. Remember that you have like faith in like whatever it is you want to do, or like your life in general, because that's what keeps more steps happening. Because like, yeah, I'm here right now, but like, you know what, it's okay. Like you can take a break, whatever it is, but you also have to realize, hey, I did something before. Like I've accomplished way more than this. So it's like you can still keep going, you can still take steps forward, but also remember that while you are taking steps forward, there are going to be a lot of moments where you do take steps back, but that shouldn't stop you. That's my point. That should not stop you if you take a step back. It should just be a reminder that, hey, I'm here right now. Like I'm here. And yes, I might have taken a step back, but I was also here and I took a step back. But what happened? I kept going. Like you keep going, kept going. Like it's just like a continual process. You just have to get used to it. Like there's not going to be good days 24/7. That's not life. You know what I mean? Yin and yang. It's always going to be up and down, up and down, up and down. But like you just got to remember that it's a process, it's a journey, and there are going to be highs. You are going to come back up. And I think the biggest point when you are down is to remember that you're going to make it out. You know what I mean? I want to give you guys some examples. So I recently went on a caloric deficit, and why is this so low-key embarrassing to say, but like I want to tell you guys, because it's like, this is life, this is real life. So basically, recently I went on a caloric deficit. If I'm being honest, I decided to because I couldn't control certain areas in my life, and I'm a control freak, essentially. Like I'm a control freak. I have OCD, ADHD, all of it. But like a certain area in my life wasn't going so well, and I desperately needed something that I could control in a sense. And that's what I felt like I could. Like I was like, okay, if I can't focus on like, if I'm being transparent, it was like relationships. If I can't focus on this area of my life, then I'm going to, I don't know, go on a diet essentially. So I went on a caloric deficit. I already had a system in place where I was working out 3 times a week. Long story short, I drastically reduced my caloric intake, and it was bad. I did in fact lose weight like I intended, but I had low levels of energy for everyday tasks, and I had terrible rebound/withdrawal effects. AKA after a week I dropped the caloric deficit, I ate like an entire pizza by myself. So it was like, yes, I'm like focused on this one thing, but like I took it too far. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna lose like 10 pounds in 2 weeks, and then I'm just gonna drop because I had like an app, and it was like you can lose a certain amount of calories. I mean, lose a certain amount of pounds by how many calories you take. And I just dropped it as low as I could. And that's what you're not supposed to do. Like you're not supposed to do that. Even the app told me like, oh, you should be careful doing this because it's a large amount of weight to lose in such a short amount of time. And I was like, I don't care. I need it right now. And then that's what happened. Like it was like basically like all those like diet fads and things like that. You do it, but then like you feel so bad, and then you're like, you basically rebound, or what is it? Like you, like your cheat day becomes even worse than like how you were before. Because before I haven't even bought pizza. You know what I mean? I cook food at home. But basically what had happened was, for me, that was taking 2 steps forward. I was like, you know what? I can't control this, so I'm gonna let it go, and then I'm going to do a caloric deficit. And then the second step was even like going even further, losing a certain amount of weight to look a certain way. But my step back was, oh, I can't maintain this, and I have low energy levels, and I'm so hungry that I eat an entire pizza. Or like my cravings are so strong that I eat an entire pizza. And it's like, yes, I did do all of that, but I took 2 steps forward and then I took a step back when it backfired on me essentially. But I have to also remind myself that I went on a caloric deficit. Like, when would I ever do that? Like, and I actually was I was very disciplined with my caloric deficit. Like, I made sure to count my calories. I had a food scale. I had a weight in my bathroom. Like, I bought these things just so I could do it. And then even when I was hungry, like, I'd be like really, really hungry throughout the day. And I'd be like, okay, I can't eat until a certain time because that's when I get to eat this amount of calories. And I was very disciplined. And I think it was because of my sense of control in that aspect. It helped me feel like I was getting over what I couldn't control. And like, I was so devoted to it. But then again, I took the step back and it became something unhealthy. Essentially, I took it too far. And, I realized, what, this isn't good for me. So I stopped doing it. And I went back to my normal diet, which I don't count calories. I don't restrict myself from anything. I just keep like a balance, essentially. And all in all, yes, it was kind of like, I even like posted a couple of short form videos about it, and people were like, you don't know what you're doing. And I was like, yes, I do. But essentially, I still have to look back and be like, you know what, I did that. Like, I actually devoted myself to something that I'd never done before. And I also was working out 3 times a week. Like, I don't ever really do that. So it was like, it was an accomplishment for me. Yes, I did fall back on it, but I still did it nonetheless. You know what I mean? Another example for you guys is this podcast that you're watching right now. I started this podcast very motivated. I had multiple video ideas in place and even set up a schedule for posting. Then I posted 2 videos. And after that, I didn't post again until just now, which is the video you're currently watching. And that was me taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. I was currently filming and posting on my my vlog channel, my main channel. And if you're not already subscribed, there's a link in the bio below and you can subscribe to that. But I was so motivated with my main channel that I was like, ooh, I really want to make a podcast. But to be honest, it wasn't just because of starting YouTube. I had this idea with my cousin because we talk a lot about just like a lot of deep things. And we wanted to, I had the idea of like, this would be cool if like we shared it with people. And in the future, hopefully, we can do it together and we'll be on this channel. So look out for that, maybe. And I'm like putting it into the universe, like I'm manifesting it. But what had happened was I got so much motivation that I was like, oh, I can do so much. And like, I can have this main channel, I can have this podcast channel. So then I had like a bunch of ideas. I put them down in my notes. And then I even made the first video, and then I made another affirmation video, and then I just, boom, took another step back because I thought I could do so much. Like, I put so much pressure on it, but in reality, I don't post consistently. So it was like, having 2 channels and then already not posting consistently. I have like this main channel that I put most of my energy into, so it's like, of course I'm not gonna have enough energy to post consistently on both channels when I don't even post consistently on one. You know what I mean? So like, what did I have to say? Essentially, I had so many moving pieces and then didn't go any further. I took 2 steps forward and 1 step back, which I'm not mad about considering I started a channel in the first place. Imagine if I didn't take that step, I wouldn't be speaking to you right now. So yeah, I honestly don't really like see that much of a negative in it because it was like, I really, really wanted to start this channel. Like, me and my cousin have been talking about it forever, and I actually did it. And I'm proud of myself. Yes, I don't post consistently, but I did it. You know what I mean? And many people say don't quit. It's not good to quit. But personally, I identify as a quitter. And I'm proud. Like, I say quit if you want to. Because at the end of the day, you know your limits. You know what you want to do. You know what you're able to do, or like what you want to do in the moment. And personally, I'm just like, go with it. Go with it. Go with what you want to do because it's your life. And I also totally agree with people saying like, don't quit. Like, put your all into what you want to do and seek the end, whatever. Da, da, da. I totally agree with that. But me as a stubborn person, I know deep down that like, if I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna do it. 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, 8 times out of 10, I'm not gonna do it. But like, it is just for certain things. Of course, like, say, if I don't wanna, what's something that I actually need to do? Say like if I really, really needed to go to a dentist appointment, I'd be like, oh, I don't wanna do it. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna do it because it's like, when I did go to the dentist, like, they were like, oh, if you don't like floss and like, da-da-da, your teeth are gonna fall out. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll be coming back. Like, yes, this really, really hurt, and like you stabbed my teeth. I had to like a really like deep cleaning. That's another story. But basically, those are things that was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna like quit on, or essentially like quit. But like, say like, if you randomly thought, oh, I want to like enter this drawing contest or like this hot dog eating contest, and then you were like, and then you realize like, oh, actually, you know what? My cholesterol is kind of high. That's so random. But then you're like, you know what? I probably don't want to eat that many hot dogs. That's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay if you want to quit. You'd be like, you know what? I'm actually gonna take my application out. I'm not coming to the contest. You guys got that. You know what I mean? Like, there's some simple things that I feel like it's okay to quit on. And, you know, I understand some people are going to be like, you shouldn't really quit on anything. And that's okay too. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like that, if you have that motivation to do so, like, to each its own in reality. But what else do I have to say? Also keep in mind, quitting something is never the end of the world. That's like my main goal. That's like my main message out of like that whole idea, is that if that girl quit that hot dog eating contest, she's not gonna die tomorrow. She's not going to lose her house, or like, you know what I mean? Like, that's drastic, but I'm just saying, like, simple things like that, it's like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like what you should focus on and what you should continue to do is like your passions and your goals and your values in life. Those are important. Maybe you shouldn't quit on those. I mean, sometimes you can take a break here and there. That's also a good message. Just like, sometimes you're just not in the place to do something. You don't have the resources, you don't have the energy, you don't have everything you need, and that's okay. Like, you can take a break, and then maybe someday later it'll come back to you. like this video right now. Like, I took a long break. I think it was like a year. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. But I'm here now because it's the right time for me. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like, you know what, I should do this. I wrote it down on my checklist. I mean, like, I had like wash the dishes, vacuum, and it was like podcast. Don't forget about the podcast, because I know you want to do it. And it's like, yeah, I do want to do it. And I sat down and I recorded the video because I felt like it was the right time to do so, because I had it in my heart to be like, I woke up and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. You know what? Hell yeah. But you can easily come back to or restart. Take this with a grain of salt, considering some things you can't come back to. That's also like a good point. It's like, you know, if you quit something, some things, it's like, you can't like just like come back to it because it was like that moment and it was only that one time. You know what I mean? Say like, very something simple. Like, say if you wanted to go to a marathon, not even that, because like you can go to another marathon, but say it was like the last marathon of this last company organization that you like really had a lot of similar interests and like values, or like you really looked up to like the people, whatever, and like this was the last one they were doing. They were never doing one again. And then you're like there and you're like, you know what? You woke up like at your hotel or wherever you're at and you're like, I'm so tired. I can't do this marathon today, guys. I quit. You're not gonna be able to do the marathon again because you quit. Unless you like 30 minutes before it happened, you're like running. You're like, yeah, actually I changed my mind. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, essentially whatever, I'm trying to think something else. I'm trying to give you guys an example. Say, I really don't know. But essentially, some things aren't forever. Some things are just in the moment. And those things you have to really consider. You have to consider what you might lose or what you might gain from sticking with it or letting it go. And that's okay. Sometimes it's not good, sometimes it is, and you just have to be able to face that. You know what I mean? And I think that's a big thing. It's like, whatever decision you make, you have to make sure that you're okay with it. You're going to be okay with it later down the road, and that's your decision. Like, at the end of the day, like, sometimes yes, it's okay to take opinions from other people and like what they think, but you're the one who's going to have to go to sleep at night with whatever thought is behind your decision. So I just keep that in mind. The main point is stop taking things too seriously, relax. Life will keep going whether you think you don't have it all together or not. That's like the like roller coaster of life. It'll keep going. Like, you just have to like buckle your seatbelt and brace for it. Life, you know what I mean? And you keep walking. You keep walking. You keep doing it, even if it's day-to-day things like brushing your teeth, eating right, going to bed, going to work, exercising, keeping up with your friends, like day-to-day things. Just keep doing it. And I feel like whatever is meant for you will come to you, like, and like your passion, like your yearning for whatever you want will land wherever you're at the right time. You know what I mean? Because, like, just going back to the example of this podcast, I just didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like doing it for a long time, and right now I felt like doing it. Like, I have time. I'm leaving in a couple hours, but I was like, you know what? In between those hours, I'm not doing anything else, so I might as well just record this podcast. And like, it just came to me. I felt like, you know what? I have the words I need to speak and what I want to get off my chest. I have my notes, but honestly, I felt like throughout this whole episode, I really got most of what I wanted from my head. You know what I mean? Like, everything I wanted to say, which is not all the time, but like, because I wrote a lot on here, and I was just gonna read it off, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna speak from the heart. And that's really where it like comes from, because I feel like some things you're just there in the moment. You're like, you know, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I feel like doing this. I have a passion to do this, and you go for it. And sometimes you're not. And I feel like it really is just timing in life and going with the steps. You know what I mean? You go back, but once you feel it, I feel like you just go. You just keep going. You know what I mean? And you understand that, yeah, you can go back and you can take a break, or you can quit, whatever it is. And then you later down the road, you'll be like, you know what? I want to keep going. I want to keep walking. And then you do something else, or you continue whatever you were previously doing. And I think that's also another consideration, is that if you quit something, that doesn't mean that was your identity. That was who you were. Well, like, who you are, essentially. Like, you can quit something and then do something else. Something else can come along down the road. Like, that one thing that you quit or whatever it was, doesn't it doesn't encompass your whole life. You know what I mean? Because, like, I think for me, one of the biggest things that, like, I really loved, like, as a kid, not as a kid, but like when I was in high school, well, technically as a kid, because I found love for cheerleading when I was 5, and I actually started cheerleading when I was 18, and I stopped around like 21. And it was one of my biggest passions. I love cheerleading. I love competing. I love going out on the stage for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, it was just so fun to be there and doing what I saw as a kid, like doing stunts and flipping across the floorboard. Like, it was everything to me. And like, a part of me kind of felt really sad when I had to give that up, because it wasn't a lifetime thing. You know what I mean? It could have been, but like, I had to move on. And it was okay. Like, that wasn't who I was. You know what I mean? And a lot of things came after that, like, say, YouTube, or just like job opportunities or other life passions, hobbies, things like that. Like those come along the road. Like you have to keep going. You have to keep going, and it's just timing. You know what I mean? Like you have to believe and you have to hope that there's something else, because there is something else along the road, and just keep going. At the end of the day, just keep going. If you don't believe in yourself, I do, because I know everyone here on this earth is, I wouldn't say necessarily that you have a purpose, because I feel like some people don't believe in purpose, but like I just feel like life is there to live. You know what I mean? Like life has so much to give you. It has so many opportunities. It has so many different paths. It has so many different people. Like just keep going. Just keep going. Like, and don't compare yourself to others. Just keep going. Do what you want to do. Treat people nice. Like I gotta put that out there. Like don't go out to harm other people, but like do what you want to do and keep a positive attitude toward yourself. Make sure that you're affirming yourself. Make sure that you know you can do what you put your mind to. And yeah, I just hope that you got some positivity out of this episode. And thank you for watching. Make sure that if you want to check out my other channel, my main channel, I have like different vlogs and stuff like that. It is down below in the description. And also let me know if there's anything you guys would like to talk about or have advice on. I'll possibly include that, because I'll have some other episode ideas in mind, but also I'd like to get your input on it. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.